Did you know that nearly 30% of Indian youth today identify as spiritual but not religious? And shockingly, millions of Hindus around the world don't actually believe in a personal God. Yes, within a religion that gave us gods like Vishnu, Shiva, and Durga, there are entire schools of thought that reject the idea of God altogether. This isn't a modern rebellion. It's an ancient legacy, deeply rooted in the heart of Hindu philosophy itself. If that surprises you, you're not alone. Today, we're unpacking a truth that most people, even practicing Hindus, don't talk about: Hindu atheism. When people think of Hinduism, they picture temples, idols, mantras, and festivals. And while those are real and vibrant parts of the culture, they're not the full story. Hinduism isn't a single belief system. It's a collection of philosophies that range from theistic devotion to pure materialism. What makes it so unique is that even atheism and agnosticism have a place within its wide umbrella. In fact, some of the most ancient and respected Hindu scriptures don't demand belief in God at all. They demand inquiry, reason, and experience. Let's start with the most extreme, the Carvaka school. Known as the materialist school of Indian philosophy, Carvaka rejected not just gods but also karma, the soul, and the afterlife. Their motto: live well, enjoy life, and don't worry about what comes after. Carvakas believed only in what can be seen, touched, and measured. To them, rituals were a waste of time and priests were con men. For centuries, this school was criticized, mocked, and even erased from many historical records. But it tells us one thing: Hindu thought never feared questioning the divine. Now let's look at a more structured and subtle form of atheism, the Samkhya philosophy. One of the oldest systems in Indian tradition, Samkhya explains the universe without relying on a creator god. It talks about two eternal realities: Purusha, consciousness, and Prakriti, matter. Through their interaction, the entire cosmos unfolds. There's no mention of a god controlling destiny, just natural laws and cosmic principles. What's even more surprising is that yoga, as taught by Patanjali, was heavily influenced by Samkhya, and many yoga traditions don't center around God either. Then we have the Nastika traditions, systems considered outside the Vedic fold: Buddhism, Jainism, and Carvaka. Nastika doesn't mean evil or heretical. It simply means they don't accept the authority of the Vedas. Buddha himself never spoke of a creator god. Jainism teaches that the universe is eternal and self-sustaining. These faiths focus on ethics, self-discipline, and liberation, not worship. And yet, they're still considered dharmic traditions. Why? Because they're rooted in the Indian worldview of inner transformation and personal experience, not blind faith. Even within the Astika Vedic schools that do accept the authority of the Vedas, belief in God is not uniform. The Mimamsa school, for instance, emphasized rituals but did not accept the idea of a creator god. It taught that the Vedas themselves are eternal, and that performing dharma was more important than praying to deities. Meanwhile, the Nyaya and Vaisheshika schools explored logic, atomism, and metaphysics. Their discussions about God were philosophical, not devotional. This diversity proves that Vedic thought was never about enforcing a single belief. It was about exploring truth from every angle. And here's where things get even more interesting. In modern India, you'll find people who go to temples, observe fasts, yet say they don't believe in God. For them, these rituals are cultural, meditative, or symbolic. Some Hindus believe in a universal force but reject the idea of a personal God watching over them. Others say the gods are archetypes of human potential, not real beings. In the West, this might sound contradictory, but in Hinduism, this paradox is fully accepted. It's not about what you believe, it's about how deeply you reflect. In a world increasingly polarized between rigid religion and aggressive atheism, Hindu philosophy offers a third path, a space where doubt is sacred. It allows people to question, challenge, and still belong. Today's young seekers are tired of being told what to believe. They want to explore, experiment, and experience. Hindu thought, especially its atheistic and agnostic strands, offers them just that. It tells us, you don't need a God to be good. You don't need blind faith to be spiritual. You just need courage to seek truth wherever it leads. Absolutely. Hinduism is not a religion in the Western sense. It's a civilizational framework, vast, ancient, and flexible. It's a home for bhakti yogis who worship with tears in their eyes, and also for skeptical philosophers who sit in silence, questioning everything. Whether you're a theist, an atheist, or somewhere in between, you can walk the path of Dharma. That's the beauty of this tradition. It doesn't reject you for asking. In fact, it rewards the ones who dare to ask the hardest questions. So the next time someone tells you Hinduism is all about gods, remind them, it's also about truth, reason, and freedom. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes it timeless. If this video opened your mind or made you see spirituality differently, hit that like button, share this with a fellow seeker, and subscribe for more bold, honest, and thoughtful content. Let's bring back the lost conversations, the ancient debates, and the fearless questions. Because truth, no matter where it comes from, deserves to be heard. Namaste.